Hey everybody, welcome back to the LoFi podcast. You're listening to the best podcast on the internet. I'm your host Frank, and today we've got Rick.
Woo!
And it's just us two today.
That's right.
We're here to discuss a bunch of things.
Yep.
Rick, what do you got in mind, man?
Hey
guys, I'm back.
Caleb's here.
I'm back. Headlines.
Good, because I had nothing.
Hey,
Nothing.
guys.
I was like, I'm put on the spot here. I was like, I don't have shit.
Marvel, Disney, DC sucks. I don't know.
Celebrity Tuesday.
Caleb, good
Hey
to
guys,
see you, man.
it's good to be back.
Doing it
Good
right,
to be
man.
back in the original room.
Yeah,
mind you.
right. This is where all
yeah.
began.
Feels
man.
like home. Used to be a girl.
Yeah, I used to be a girl sitting on this side.
That's right.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you used to be here.
Yeah,
Rick has
I
always
used to
been
be
there.
over there.
Yeah, so.
And his hat would block me. He couldn't wear a hat.
Yeah,
Not a
right.
big one anyway.
Yeah, not a big one.
No, you can't.
Now you can. So.
Caleb, how you been, man? We've been like, I don't know how many weeks we've been without Caleb.
About 2 weeks at least.
2 weeks.
Probably
Maybe three.
Probably.
Let's go
I
3.
think we're going 3 weeks.
I think
man.
we're going 3 weeks because
4
I didn't
months.
tell
4
you.
months.
I've had probably the busiest 2 weeks of my life.
Oh yeah, I bet, man. I saw those pictures.
What's been happening?
Yeah, man.
So let's rewind the clock 2 weeks.
All
Okay,
right.
go.
All
I'll
right.
try to do a speed through. Okay.
all right.
Two weeks
Could we
ago-
just do the rule and you jump backwards?
2 weeks ago, I had grades and awards assembly due in 1 week.
Okay.
I had also the same week my son's birthday party. He turned 2. I also had the Joker was that week, and I was like, I'm not gonna miss that. I have to see
No,
it.
we gotta go to that.
The same week, that Saturday, a gender reveal for I have a daughter now. I'm gonna have a daughter.
Yeah, congrats, bro.
Thank
man.
you.
Real quick before you move on, I saw that video, that reveal you guys did, and just like the slow-mo reaction that they were doing of you guys seeing the pink confetti and everything. I think it was great, man. Well done.
Thanks. It was
Well
my
done.
idea actually.
Oh yeah,
The filmmaker in me was like, let's
Nice.
do a slow-mo
Slow-mo.
of just a.
it's good, man. It's good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
It was good. So then that, and I also got a new phone, and I also got a news provider, Sprint. So
Oh,
going there,
Yeah.
a couple hours to change and
Yeah.
get the phone
That's
set
a
up. I got one of
that's a
those
whole thing.
iPhone 11s.
welcome-
Oh, damn, bro! You should have
So-
told me. I want to play with that thing. I want to see the camera stuff.
I mean, it's whatever. It's cool, I guess.
Yes.
So that was all like 2 weeks ago, literally all in 1 week.
Yeah.
Then last week, what happened last week? Oh, then at the end of that week, which is Sunday,
Yeah.
my wife, she's pregnant, obviously.
Of course.
We had to go to the hospital, and she was on bed rest for 3 days. So and she couldn't like lift anything either.
Damn.
So like I had to do everything with
You
my
were
son.
doing everything,
Yeah,
man.
doing everything. I was like I couldn't go anywhere. Like I had to be with my son the whole time because
Yeah,
she can't
yeah.
lift him.
Yeah.
So that was a thing, and then now she's better now, but it's just like just to be kind of don't want to exert too much.
Yeah.
So that was a thing, and then it's this. Now I have a 4-day weekend. I've just been chilling. But
4-day
that was
weekend.
4-day weekend. It's the end of it. But
Yeah, that's
it
true.
was really good. Really good.
That's true, man.
Start of a short week.
We tried to make it happen during your
tried.
weekend.
It's all good.
It was hard.
Yeah.
We had things. We
Yeah.
had a baby shower to go to.
Yeah,
We had
for
to plan for that. We had to go
family.
help with the family. we were working as well. Both of us, man.
Yeah.
It was hard.
So it was busy 2 weeks.
So basically, you're welcome.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
For putting this together, we tried
Yeah.
very hard to
Yeah.
put this together for y'all.
super. I'm not just flaking on you guys like you guys said in the last video. I watched these videos, by the way. I watched these videos.
It's just like that. That was unplanned. All those little jabs we were throwing at you, but I was having
So
fun.
good.
I was having
It was
fun doing
funny.
those.
It was funny. But I do watch these videos.
Yeah, you did.
So and guess what else I watched? I watched Carole and Tuesday.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw the first episode.
What'd you think,
I
man?
really liked it.
Right, it was good?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, beautiful. But I will
Yes.
say I don't like their faces. Kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
Kinda weird.
Okay, so weird thing about that, the studio is like the same. It's Studio Bones, so they do they've done
course.
Fullmetal, they've done My Hero Academia.
Oh, no way.
I know, right?
Okay.
But I imagine they're probably like siphoned off studios. I really don't know how that stuff works. I'm gonna admit I don't know much, but I do know Studio Bones is they've done that.
Are they
stuff.
like an actual production company, like a Warner Brothers? It's like they're all under Warner Brothers, but they have different.
like
teams.
the way
or Disney has different teams.
Yeah, it's
do their
kind
own
of like
thing.
that because the way anime is made, like contract.
Draw
Like
it.
there's a director tied to a certain animation studio, and I guess they just I don't know how many people they have. Right, it's probably different people.
Studio, right?
Yeah, working on it. I'm not exactly sure how that stuff works. But I mean, I'm not too mad about the faces. Maybe the more tomboyish girl, but
I
the
just have to
girly
get
one's
used
fine.
to it.
Yeah.
I just have to get used to it. But I liked it. I liked the concept of like how each episode's a song.
Yeah.
I even went to go listen to True Colors by Cyndi Lauper.
Did you go like their Instagram as well?
I did like their Instagram. I didn't want to look at it too much. I just looked at the first picture and liked it.
Right. You wanted like I did the same thing. I was like, okay, I don't want to see the rest. I was like, I just want to see this later.
Yeah, so I've only seen the first episode, but like you said, the music's really cool too.
Really
it's really
good. Man.
But I'm excited to see the rest of the series.
Something
I haven't seen it.
You should. Okay, it's really good. Something I forgot to say about it last week that I wanted to. I was like, I didn't say it. Halfway through the thing, it's not necessarily a spoiler, but it's pretty cool how it becomes like an I want to say like an American Idol kind of, and there's this portion of it of like you think like they're just gonna cut to certain parts, but no, like they have like their like 10 or 12 acts, I forgot what it was, and you literally see all the acts, they all play.
Oh wow.
And you see all of them, and there's all this music, they're all different, they all have their own vibe or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see them getting eliminated, so it's kind of cool because it's got like a little American Idol kind of aspect to it, because there's people judging them. Yeah, there's basically an equivalent of like a Simon Cowell there, but she's like a lady, she's like mean looking scowl, but she's very like, you know, like rigid and stuff, but what she's saying is like true or whatever. But
don't tell me if I'm right,
okay.
But so I saw that one girl, I forgot her name, she went to the place where she can make music, and her mom was like a dude.
Oh yeah. I know the mom.
And then how they were saying how only AI makes music, or they only sell AI music.
Yes.
I don't know if this is where the story is going, but I think it's interesting. They might be talking about how music today is just produced
auto-tune
crap,
stuff.
like just another. We're just tuning another hit per se instead of making actual good music.
Yeah.
A good people who are making meaningful songs or just want to make another hit.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's only I got that. I already got that right away. I'm like,
I was thinking the same thing.
Commentary on that. Yeah. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, like going into that, I was just like, okay, is this commentary about today's music or what's happening with like, why is this beast story happening? Right? Because you imagine something's gonna happen with it. You know, I can't say for certain because there's only 12 episodes and it's only half this first season. So,
it's only for half the first season.
Yeah,
that's
it's only
right.
half the first season. Yeah, it was part 1. So I'm not sure when part 2 is coming out, but you know, maybe there'll be more of that later. But so far, this first part climaxes with that American Idol segment, which is really cool. There's an act in there. We're gonna want to talk about that act. It's just a bunch of like twin trans guys. It's so good. It's very funny.
Okay.
I can't wait for you to see it.
So yeah, sorry, didn't mean to get off stuff.
No, yeah, sorry. I mean, I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I just want to tell you that I did
so you watched
listen,
Carole on Tuesday?
and I did watch it. So
good, right?
I read all the Wheel of Time books.
Did you? Did you? Oh my god, dude! Like I know it was fake.
Yeah,
but I got so happy.
Sorry. Well, I have some audible tokens left. I may get a Wheel of Time. The first one.
Nice. I heard the first one's kind of me, but the second one's good.
Yeah, I heard the first one's very Fellowship of the Ring-ish.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Kind of goes its own direction.
Mm-hmm. Third one's really pumping up there. I'm on chapter 20.
Can I talk about what else I've been watching before we do headlines?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Since we're already here. Here.
You go ahead. I had a question for you in a bit.
I finished the first season of Westworld.
Ooh,
okay. Oh, okay.
I liked it. It was good. I was like, it's pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Actually, take that back. I really liked it. All the twists and turns at the end.
Like, what'd you think of the reveal?
Before, if you haven't seen Westworld season 1, spoilers.
We'll do a little,
like fucking like a Muppet.
The little guys in the street that they're flopping around.
Yeah.
What are those things called?
So
I liked the Men in Black being William.
Yeah,
that was like, that's a really cool reveal.
Dude, I called that.
Really?
I called that like
no
2 episodes
way.
before the reveal.
Men in Black being William. What's that part?
Because
William, being the guy who's like the main dude or whatever, ends up being.
Oh.
it's the guy and his friend who he hates. So
Yeah.
not his friend, but his brother-in-law.
Oh, yeah. Them being the... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, being in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
so
Because you're
he
thinking
ends
that's
up-
all happening currently.
That I did not
Yes.
know. I was just
I
like...
didn't think that. I was like, oh, that was really cool. And then
I
also
did not expect
Bernard
that
being
turn.
Arnold. Like, as they were leading up to it, I was like, oh, I bet you. And then, yeah.
I had a buddy,
That was
and
cool.
we were theory crafting every fucking episode when they were coming out, and
Yeah.
we got it.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
But
But I liked it. I liked
Yeah,
it.
it
It
was
was
pretty
cool ending.
I've
And then
not seen season 2 yet, dude.
me neither.
I'm about to start
Me
it
neither.
Yeah.
because I just finished season
Whoa.
one.
Oh, maybe we can all start it.
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
Let's it down.
Well, because I was doing the thing like you were saying, Frank. When you have your own TV show time, right?
Yeah, yes.
Like not your significant other or your child.
Yeah, it's like
This is
It
your
was just for
Yeah.
you.
for
It's
you.
so good. It's so,
So like when they're asleep, I'm like, okay, I want to watch Westworld real quick.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Well, not quite. Not quite.
good. Hey, you to Westworld, you probably can.
Maybe you're not wrong. Yeah, dude. That show was good. I felt like it maybe dragged a little bit, like in the middle, because I was like, okay,
Yeah,
but where's this all going?
I'll
know?
give you
Okay.
that. It was dragging a bit,
a little
in the middle
bit,
for
a
me.
little bit. But yeah, it's still.
But I like how season 2 is kind of like really just pick up where you left off,
Mhm.
and I'm curious to see who's controlling. What's her face? The black lady.
Yeah. God, I forgot her name.
It's not Clementine.
Isn't it like a? I'm thinking of the actress name, Tia or T.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
But we know who we're talking about.
Yeah,
right?
we know what you're
Yeah,
talking
I'm
about.
curious to see who's controlling her because
Yeah.
he makes that comment like, "Oh, you were told to make these decisions," and she's
Yes.
like, "What? No, I wasn't." I'm thinking it's all part of quick theory. I'm thinking it's all part of Ford's plan, Anthony Hopkins.
Mhm,
I think it's all part of his plan. Like,
I think so. I think he like set some stuff into motion for sure. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I bet they've left enough fucking room that there's places they can go.
Yeah.
They have not revealed much, really. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like in the grand scheme of things, there's still a lot of things they could do with it. You know?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So,
yeah, you seen
yeah.
Westworld? Nice.
Yeah, so watch that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
why I watched that, Frank?
Why?
Because I got bored of Fullmetal.
No!
Oh no!
I
What
just like
episode are you on?
I'm still going to 13 or 14.
it.
I
Caleb,
was like, I don't want to.
Okay. Can you start Brotherhood now?
I don't know. I feel like I'm cheating on
Watch.
Fullmetal.
After you watch the first episode of Brotherhood, if you don't want to see more, you can stop.
okay, here's what I'm gonna say though about Fullmetal. Yes, it takes a little bit to get to the thread, but the thread does happen
I feel like
a
there's
little
other
less than halfway.
Here's the thing. I feel like there's something. There's always something else I want to watch beside it. Like
Yeah.
I really want to watch Evangelion. 'Cause you
Yes,
hyped it up.
we're
a lot,
gonna
and it
do
looks
that.
Really cool.
We're gonna do that for retro review, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna finish.
Freaking watch Lady Snowblood then.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I've already
need a
seen it.
plan.
He hasn't
You've
seen
seen
it.
it?
He hasn't seen it.
He has not seen it.
I've seen it.
He's fucking lying.
I've
to
seen
you.
it.
He's lying to you.
I hope so. You know what? That's
Seen
fair
it.
though. It's fair. I got your
I'm
hopes
just
up.
hey.
Got
On
my
a
hopes
day when we can do 2 recordings, yes, we will do both.
Well, dude, this Friday.
I'm down. Wait, what am I doing Friday?
After work, I can do it. Oh, we'll cut this out. After work, I can do it.
Hey, we don't have to cut it out.
During work. Keep that in. During work.
During work.
Yeah.
We'll have me Skype with the
All we gotta do, we just gotta say when. If you're down for Friday,
Friday.
Friday.
we'll do it this
Friday,
Friday.
if not Saturday.
Okay.
Friday, if not Saturday.
So after Lady Snowblood was supposed to be Elisa's turn, right?
Let's
But-
skip her. She's gonna make us watch the challenge, or like Barbie's Dream House, or I don't know,
I think
Big Brother. All 48 seasons of Big Brother.
She's gonna be very, very busy soon.
She
so
doesn't watch
we'll see.
this.
We'll see. She doesn't watch this. She probably doesn't. She fucking doesn't. What has she been watching, man?
Let's see. Well, I don't know if I want to talk about this separately. My Hero Academia season. The first episode came out
I
yesterday.
did watch first episode.
I haven't seen I haven't seen it.
Do y'all watch
Okay.
it sub or dub?
Dub. I
You
watched
prefer dub.
I prefer dub.
But
I prefer whatever I first watch it in, and I first watched it in dub.
I first watched it in sub.
And we agreed
because I'm a weeb.
I like the dub only because Chris Sabat does a motherfucking great job as All Might.
I think I like all their voices, really.
Yeah, I
Midoriya is so good.
Midoriya is fucking great.
He's awesome.
Both of them are great.
I can't remember.
I met
great.
Todoroki, David I'm gonna murder his last name. It's Martinez. Marta.
Blaine.
No,
David Blaine.
But I met the voice actor for Todoroki.
Nice.
I got him to sign my pop.
Oh, okay.
He was super nice.
But did you tell him you were a sham and that you're a liar because you don't watch it in dub?
No, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You said sub.
You freaking idiot.
They said sub.
I do watch it in sub, but the thing is, I was watching it, and then once I got in the Arena Saga, I was telling my wife, I'm like, this show's so good. You need to watch it. So she's like, okay. So we rewatched it in dub because that's how she likes it. Okay. So I've seen it all in sub and all in dub.
Nice. I get what you're saying. You're weeb. She's not.
Correct.
Okay.
That's a factual statement. So the first episode, I don't want you to be disappointed, but nothing happens.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like we even could talk about it a little bit here because it's mostly recap episode.
It's a recap episode.
I remember because they have like those kind of episodes in the seasons. Right?
Yeah.
Like in season 2, they had a whole fucking recap episode before they went into the dorms or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Something
like they had.
Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of that. The only through line news story is just there's a journalist who goes in there to
well, you don't have
questions.
To spoil that.
You
spoil
just say, everything. Just tell me into the episode already.
You don't have to spoil it, Fred.
I'm not gonna say what happens.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say what happens. I just wanted to talk about that guy's quirk.
Okay.
Which is fucking gross.
No. You can't tell him. It's a spoiler.
Oh, see?
It's not
I trust Caleb.
Yes.
I trust Caleb.
It's not a reveal until the end of the episode what his quirk is.
It doesn't spoil anything.
What?
Yes, it does.
Fuck off, Frank.
It's not a big deal, but it's still a spoiler.
Okay.
All I'm
gonna say is that it's gross.
I don't know how it would work, but it's interesting.
Okay.
Either way, I liked it. It was good to be back in the world. I was happy.
That's good.
For those 25 minutes or whatever, I was happy to be there.
Yeah. Especially
the opening was okay.
When it opens up, I like the way it opens up.
I didn't like the closing.
Oh, you mean the songs?
Yeah.
Opening and closings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine.
What's your favorite?
Right.
My favorite closing to that show is the one where it's like fantasy. World.
Yes, that one was like really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're all dressed up in fantasy gear and stuff. Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
That was my favorite.
That was good.
So I saw that.
Yeah. Good,
Westworld. Good. Man, I feel like there's something else. Does anyone else? Oh, well, I mean, just stuff I'm reading.
Mm-hmm. What are you reading?
So recently, Triple Force Friday hit, which means they're selling all the Star Wars stuff again for the new campaign of Star Wars, the Rise of Skywalker, and so I bought some Star Wars stuff because I just felt like it, and I got into this Star Wars kick. I just man, I just feel good. I just want to be in this world again. I miss it. I miss Star Wars.
So, which Star Wars books did you get? You get Expanded Universe, or did you get now canon?
Legends. So expanded universe, not canon.
Okay.
So I got.
Which one's that one?
Darth Plagueis.
Nice.
So I just wanted to read it, and I was curious.
Probably my favorite one, by the way.
Really? No way.
My favorite Darth.
Well, what I want to read next is Darth Bane. Because
I heard he's fucking awesome.
I heard he's really cool. So I'm going him next, and then I'll go Thrawn.
Cool he conquers death.
Well,
Plagueis sounds cool.
So Darth Plagueis. So I started reading, and I'm really into it. I'm excited. So I'm on the Star Wars kick right now. I'm just like, I started playing Battlefront 2 again.
Well, I was gonna say, have you ever played Shadow of the Empire?
No. What's that?
It was on the Nintendo 64.
Oh game. No, I don't remember that.
Okay, the graphics might not be up to par, but lore-wise, that game is fucking awesome. And if you like Expanded Universe, you should give it a try.
This is technically my first Expanded Universe.
This one is with Dash Rendar, who takes over the Millennium Falcon after Han Solo dies, and he's with Chewie.
That sounds kind of familiar, actually, now that you mentioned it.
His new ship, though, what does he call it? The Outlander? Or
something like that, yeah. And that one was fucking cool, because it would do the...
Yeah, he has cool shit.
Oh, and I got, it was on sale on the PlayStation Store, Lego Force Awakens. It was like $5.99.
Lego Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Funny, and it's just fun. It's just fun.
It's funny you mention that because
all Lego games are like that, man.
They're
so fucking good.
I got that one and the Harry Potter one. All the years. Also,
I
$5.99.
played the Harry Potter one. The Harry Potter one's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I have a rant about those Lego games. A little bit. See,
Can't ever have
Caleb,
fun in this group.
Caleb, you think like, oh, I love Legos. These are fucking cool. I want to play with my kid. He's a kid. Like he'll like Legos. These games are terrible.
Well,
Have you played
Like
them?
mechanics wise,
Yes.
they're not that bad.
All you do is like you're like, oh, there's things shiny. I'm gonna explode this, and I'm
kids.
getting little monies or whatever.
Yeah, I think I just
And
like.
I'm going up to a
kids.
thing, and I'm holding the build button.
Yeah, it's true. But I think I just like being in the world. Just
Yeah,
like
it's
I
fun.
guess.
It's like being.
He-
The only
look-
thing I don't like with the Harry Potter one is that like you have to get all of the coins, So it can get kind of tedious after a while.
Cause you gotta like find them or something.
Well,
I
no,
gotta
it's just I have to
follow
hit
diagonal.
every single
Yeah,
plan.
you gotta go blow up stuff and look for stuff. I hate it. Look, like those. See, I think the Lego games. It's cool that they look like Legos and they have all this Lego stuff. But
It's funny
the-
too.
what
Don't forget
you
the
do-
humor.
pretty good. The
Yeah, it's
humor's
fine.
pretty
The
good.
humor.
Yeah, it's fine. But what you do, the video game part of it, just is terrible.
But the laughter.
I mean,
The ha-has.
how forgiving are children when it comes to their games? You know,
I don't know, man, but I find those games tedious and like I feel like
They
a
can be.
kid.
for you, yeah.
I feel like even a kid will get like just bored of like, oh, I'm just blowing stuff up, and
This
like
is-
they won't care about the objectives.
I
Like they
mean,
don't know how to move
I
forward.
feel like a 5-year-old would be perfect for it.
But I get your
That's
point.
the age where you're like, colors.
But at the same time,
Games.
I paid $5.99 for it, and it was originally $60. So I didn't.
That's true too.
Like it's like worth the price of admission for
I don't
me.
think I've ever actually.
I
Bought
wouldn't.
Neither have I.
I wouldn't pay $1.
I wouldn't
for a
pay
Lego
for
game
you
anymore.
if you were on the street corner
Yeah, Frank.
with bigger.
You know what
chest.
though?
With the
They
bigger
had
chest.
that open world kind of city, almost like Grand Theft Auto, Lego,
Lego
like
City?
Undercover, yeah, like
Something
Lego
like that.
City
Yeah,
Undercover.
It was like a
The
GTA.
I loved the concept for the idea of what that was supposed to be, but it wasn't really. It sucked, dude. It was terrible.
Have you been watching anything new since last?
Yeah, I have my list actually.
Oh,
Actually, well, let's close out Caleb's stuff before we get to that.
Sorry, yeah, that was
Caleb, I did have a question for you. Wait, no,
Oh.
you were talking about Lego stuff. What else?
that was it.
Okay. We didn't get to hear your thoughts on Joker.
Joker. I haven't heard your thoughts either because you haven't uploaded the video. By this time this
Oh,
video came
damn,
out,
you're right.
It
Good.
hasn't come out.
Good. So then you can just go in this blind.
I hated it. I think it's a dangerous film.
I was outside protesting. Don't see this film.
No, I
After
loved
you
it.
Got out of it.
No, I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I had a really good time with it. It was a good time. No, it wasn't a good time, but I loved being. It was such a good movie.
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
What was your favorite scene?
I mean, obviously the whole climax at the end when he finally becomes the Joker, the whole ending third
Nothing.
act. Well, that too, but the whole climax of him killing the guy in his apartment and then going on the show. And the whole third act is awesome. So I loved it that it's its own Elseworld thing. I loved Joaquin Phoenix. He did such an excellent job. It was amazing. I loved the laugh. How it was like as a side effect type thing.
Mhm, yeah,
That was awesome. It was
cool to get
amazing.
Lego like that.
I loved how he had a card with him that was like, "Oh, sorry, it's my laughter."
Yeah.
Someone dubbed a bunch of like.
Yeah,
anime
I didn't
girl
want to watch
laughing.
it. I didn't want to watch it because
His
I was like,
laughing.
no,
I
I don't want to ruin
I
it.
haven't
Pretty
watched that.
good. Sorry, go ahead.
And then what else? I love the score. The score is really
Score's
good.
really good.
I loved how it was slow and quiet. And
I read a couple of like now the stuff's been coming out about it a little bit. So originally when he first kills those 3 guys in the subway
yeah.
and he like runs to the bathroom. Originally he was just supposed to like be all like
disjointed.
like this one, like he's trying to hide the gun. He's like losing
yeah.
his shit or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But the way they went about it when they talked to Joaquin Phoenix and stuff, and they're playing the music. Actually, the score of that movie is what informed that scene.
Yeah. I heard
So
about
the
that.
composer was like, "I have this is a piece I have or whatever," and they decided to that with Joaquin. They told him, This is what's going to be playing in the background. What are you doing?" And he starts doing like that dance or whatever.
Yeah, I loved all the dancing.
Yes.
Because it was a part of the movie, because it was happened so many times. But I loved that scene in particular because it was like he finally felt free and like he's felt like I don't know. Just there was a lot of. I liked how he was like, this feels good. Like it's like his first step into becoming who he really wants to be or who he is.
Yeah. I think it was well done. Like his makeup and everything, like the shot from the mirror and everything. Yeah. It was well done.
And I loved even how, even though it's its own standalone thing, and even though the director was like, oh, comic fans aren't going to love it, which is silly. But I loved how it still had a lot of Joker-isms in it. Yeah. Like, oh, that's a very Joker thing to do. Like when I was watching it, without spoiling it, there was a lot of like things I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like that seems like a Joker thing. Yeah. Like there's like towards the end when he grabs the camera, I'm like, oh, that's a Joker thing.
Right? Yeah. You think like, oh, you would totally see that like in an actual Joker movie. Or like, you know, Batman.
Him doing that type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
With the face.
I loved it though. I loved all of that.
It was really good. What did you think?
It was great. I thought. I mean, you'll tune into for our impressions in a later video, but we talked extensively about just like Gotham being a character in that thing a lot. You know, like all the news and the radio stuff like happening around it and making the city feel alive, like the dense like architecture, like nature of what Gotham is to to like oppress those people. And then you now believe more, like when you saw those like cartoons of like Joker and Penguin and Mr. Freeze like having all these like fucking goons or whatever, and like you could believe that more now because you see it's like it's coming it's coming from this like oppressed version of the city. Like oh, no wonder they had a following, no wonder they had people helping them do their stuff or whatever. So I love that it kind of bridged that gap a little bit, you know, because every villain in that thing had like goons and gangs or whatever.
Did he inspire the mask, or was the mask the inspiration for him?
I think he inspired the mask because it said on the newspaper, it was like, oh, a clown did it, right? And then they even have the picture in the newspaper that he looks at. And I think people just started getting the mask, finding a generic mask, and it just started happening. I thought that was cool. It says a lot of different things. Yeah. Doesn't answer everything either. Oh, I like how everything could be still up into interpretation.
Yeah, for sure.
I like both interpretations. Like even like his origin per se, it could either be one way or the other, and I'm cool with either way, to be honest.
The way like how no one really knows like where he came from and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like is he this or was he just this? Yeah, I like that. I even like Thomas Wayne, how he's not like this super nice guy either. Like he's just like he's a businessman.
Yeah, he's like a real businessman.
Like a real world
businessman.
Agreed, Rick. we had a debate a little bit. I said I like that he was a dick.
Thomas Wayne's a fucking asshole cocksucker bitch.
I said he was kind of a dick.
Whoa, man.
And Rick's like, whoa, I was like,
he's just a regular fucking business Mongo guy.
I was like, I know. I was like, that's what makes it. I like that
they fucking put that on there. That was great.
I liked it. Yeah. I was saying what you were saying.
The devil!
But you were...
Satan!
I just said he was a dick. And they were like, no, he's not a dick. I was like, he kind of was. He's kind of a dick.
Kind of,
protecting his assets. I mean, the fucking crazy lady that used to work for him's fucking crazy son's coming up and asking for shit, touching your kid's face, putting his thumbs in his mouth. You don't think that's weird?
Caleb,
fuck out of here.
Caleb, what did you think of the initials on the back of the photograph?
I don't know.
So right before he crushes it or whatever, you see the back.
It's his initials, right?
That it was it was his initials.
TW.
To the obviously to the mom saying like I love your smile or whatever. Which also adds more like confusion to everything.
But
right?
It's cool. It could be. That's what I'm saying. It could be
that's
either
what I like.
way.
It could be either
I
way.
like either direction. I know some people were like, well, I don't like it if he's actually related or whatever. But like, I like that. Yeah. That's a cool, different way to do it.
Yeah.
I like the ending, the very ending too. When he's walking out, like that's another Joker-ism. He's always. That's how I perceive that. Is like he's always breaking out and always going back in.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the real funny, like the slow mo, like left to right in the hallway, like the back and forth that was happening like, as it's like slowly panning forward. It's almost like comedic or whatever, like the way a fucking Joker would be or whatever, So. And
I like how that's when he's not like every killing he did before you can kind of like probably justify, but at the last kill he does is like, well, you can't justify that. Now you just know he's evil. Not like these stupid articles are like, well, he's gonna encourage all these people to do violence. Like, stupid, you're stupid. he is a bad guy. He's clearly a bad guy, and all those people chanting at the end were clearly bad people. They're not good people. Like they're rioting in the streets, not in a good way.
But you see why though.
Yeah, you see why, but they're not doing it for good. Also, spoiler. I like another Jokerism was like when the guy's asking him like, "Oh, do you have a political stance?" He's like, "No, I don't really care."
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that.
Yeah,
that's so
great.
Joker. Like he's like, "I don't really care. This is who I am. It's what I do."
It's good stuff.
I love
good movie, man.
Good movie. Sorry, could talk forever.
What's Caleb's review?
My point.
Yeah.
Point system.
Point system.
I give
thumbs.
two thumbs up. Yeah. Solid.
Nice.
Solid.
Good. Solid. What did I watch?
Bring out your little listy there, buddy.
I wrote I got a short list, right? Because it's been a short amount of time since we last recorded. Well, this is gonna sound kind of weird. Mm-hmm. It's dumb, but
I love you.
But it's really the only significant thing I've seen because a small amount of time has passed.
Yeah,
it's the only thing I've been able to see other than My Hero. So
Fairy Tale.
No,
Come on, dude. I watched episode 2 of Fairy Tale.
Okay, so to watch My Hero Academia in dub, I had to go to Funimation because
oh no,
Verve doesn't have it. They no longer have a Funimation. Hulu has it subtitled also. I was like, I want the dub.
Watch on Hulu.
So you got it on Funimation.
So I got
but
on
it
Funimation.
comes out a week later.
What else have you been watching?
Is it a week later?
On Hulu, I think comes out a week later. On
I'm not
dub.
gonna wait a week.
Good.
Can't do it.
I mean,
it's been a week. I can watch it right now in dub.
Yeah. No, it hasn't. Came out yesterday.
So so I'm going down the list. I'm like, what else? It's like, like the top most featured. I'm sorry, it was like featured, right? And they got stuff, and
Goblin Slayer.
I'm kind of Goblin Slayer
was
on
right?
there.
So good.
It's
Dude,
so fucking good.
I bought all 5 of the mangas.
Dude, yes.
Damn.
Dude.
Right, I'm telling you that sub was way fucking better than that dub, dude.
Yes.
I don't know about you. But I like that. I like that dub. It's pretty good.
Well, here's the thing. I finished the manga before I went back to rewatch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I wanted to. Because I didn't. I was watching it on something, and I was like.
You never said it, Frank. You took too long. You wanted to
built
build
it up.
You didn't say shit.
Well,
you didn't say shit. Keep
because
going.
Verb got stopped, and then Hulu, and then this, and then Funimation, and then Top Rated.
Y'all are talking about animes up here. I'm just gonna talk about what's right here. It's
okay.
What is it? What is it?
No.
What is it?
I'm done with Goblin Slayer.
No.
It
was really good. Go watch Goblin Slayer if you like. What would you say?
Intense,
really intense fantasy.
Yeah.
It's great.
Super short.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it only one season right now?
Yeah.
I think it's only one and done.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there's no more mangas.
Caleb, have you ever seen that one called Overlord?
I see it on Hulu all the time.
You should check out Overlord.
Oh man, Overlord's good.
Overlord's really good.
Yeah,
I like it.
Check it out. Well, I gotta finish Fairy Tale first. Yeah, dude. Screw all you guys, because I really like that show.
No, for real, dude.
You know what? Keep watching that show.
It's funny.
Start Brotherhood.
Makes me laugh.
Watch that show, bro.
Start Brotherhood only because I really want to end this debate.
Okay. Sorry.
You can't, I'm going to argue that you can't have this debate until he sees all the way through.
Yeah, it's true. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I could call bullshit because he can watch the same amount of episodes that he watched from the other one and then judge from there.
But no, because yours jumps faster.
No. That doesn't mean shit. Which one's better? At 10 episodes each in. 10 in, which one's better? That's all I'm asking.
You know, when we started this argument, all I said was like, he should watch the first one because it's good too.
But it's not. That's all I said. All I said was it's not good. Don't watch that one. Skip it.
You don't
watch
like it
Brotherhood.
At all.
No, it's okay because it has a fuck ton of fillers.
Yeah.
But if you watch Brotherhood first, you get everything good. And then if you're still interested and want more of that, then watch the first one because it's uncanon shit.
I'll let you guys know what I decide to do in my spare time.
They're not fillers.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What show did you watch? I really want.
Okay,
I'm
so
curious now.
I'm done. I needed a palate cleanser, right?
Yeah.
I had
just like me in Fairy Tale.
I had I guess yeah. I needed something different. I needed something weird, and as I was going through the list, there was a show called "How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift?"
Wow.
Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah.
But I like the art style looked like whatever. I was like, okay, this is interesting. Like,
Uh-huh.
let me see. It was under like comedy and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, let me see. And actually, it wasn't too bad. I kind of liked it. It's about a girl trying to get in shape. But the weird kind of infomercial that it kind of is, where it's like it's literally telling you how to do squat correctly or how to bench press correctly. But there's stuff in the show that's alluding to why the girl's like a little chubs, even though she doesn't really look that bad at all or anything. But like she's there eating stuff and it's like showing how many calories she's eating every time and stuff. And it's funny. And I was just surprisingly how, I don't want to say maybe modern is the right word. Like a girl today would enjoy, like Emma couldn't watch that and I think enjoy it probably. It's funny. It's again informative and it kind of made me want to start working out a little bit.
Cool.
So
That's cool.
It was funny. It was the only thing probably I've seen of note since then. And that's it.
Well, that's not entirely true. You've seen something else.
What else did I see?
Well, you watched a little bit of it with us. Dark Crystal?
Oh, yeah. Yes. So
The new one?
No. So we watched the
I did watch some of the first episode though.
We had watched the original.
We watched the original
'cause
Dark
I hadn't fucking seen
Dark
it
Crystal came out
forever.
in 1987. Eight?
I don't know. Just making that up.
I think it's 87.
But so we rewatched it, and then after that, I watched the first episode of the series.
So did I. But I stopped like 40
What the
minutes in.
fuck?
I stopped like 40 minutes in.
Dude, that's insane.
What?
Just
The
that
amount of
huge,
lore.
the amount of lore that they just inject into the show.
Mhm.
Holy fuck.
It was really good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. Like, it went from like, okay, this is a movie with some
Nice
cool
contained
shit,
story.
right?
Some
Yeah.
puppets
Well, it
and-
had like good lore already,
Uh-huh.
and you're just like, oh, that's so cool. And then the fucking show comes out, and they're like, nah, this is fucking. You just dump all this shit, like kingdoms and fucking all the. I was like, god damn.
I heard it's a
Wow.
mix between
Yeah, it was
CG
really good.
and puppets.
Yes, for sure.
And is that cool and that weird?
Yes.
Yeah, it works fine. It also it doesn't like detract from.
Does it
what
look
is.
more real? Because when I saw the trailer, it looks really real.
It makes it feel way better.
Yeah,
way fucking
more
better.
smoother for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
And
that's what it is.
I
Yeah,
definitely
because
don't
where
knock
you would
it
have
for.
to do like okay, so small spoiler, there's just a spider, right?
Oh
It's
my gosh.
But to see that as a big puppet walking around might look a little fake.
Janky.
Yeah. So with the CGI doing it, it didn't bother me.
Yeah, no,
when
same.
I thought it would, it didn't.
Yeah, same. I mean, so you know, this new Netflix series takes place before the movie,
Right.
Oh.
so it's this kind of
Years
huge like prequel
Oh.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I usually don't like prequels either.
Hmm.
You know what I hate about prequels?
What do you hate about
'Cause I know
prequels?
the ending.
Oh no. So what's so cool about this is it's like you already know the ending, but the ending's just fucking like what, prophecy, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's all just alluded to prophecy way in the fucking future.
Yeah.
But it's cool because like you have characters that weren't in there, like some extra
Skeksis.
characters and shit,
Mhm.
which are fun. Mark Hamill voices
There's
one
a-
of them.
Dude,
They're
there's a
clean,
they have a
man. All
they have
those
a
they look cleaner.
dude,
like
they have
Skeksis.
They're looking good,
like a
dude.
crazy cast in that show. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy how many actors,
Yeah.
like well-known actors, are doing that show.
I'd say it's definitely worth watching the movie and then going to watch the show because
Yeah.
You will feel like, oh my god, like
Both
they
on
add
Netflix,
so
right?
much. Yeah, both
Yeah,
of them on Netflix.
both of them are
I've
on
been tempted to
Netflix.
watch it.
Yeah, it's really good,
But,
man.
you know, it's just fairy tale gets in the way.
I really want to watch it now because if it's bad,
I just think it's funny.
I
It
hear-
makes me ha ha.
it makes me ha.
I mean, that's why I went to the dumbbell lifting show. It's pretty funny.
You know what else? Or did you want to tell what you were watching?
I mean, that's
See?
pretty much all I've watched from
Dark
this last
Crystal.
time.
Just Dark Crystal stuff.
Just
Still
Dark
reading.
Crystal.
So you've only seen the
Second
first
little
episode, like
time.
me.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
I've only seen the first episode.
Okay, and
That's
that's
good.
that's about it. What we've seen and stuff.
Yeah.
But what you know? What else I've seen is I've seen some headlines. Headlines! Woo, woo, woo. Okay, you guys ready?
I'm ready, Caleb.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna read
been-
you the
I'm born ready.
headlines from my new iPhone 11.
Oh.
The first one I have is Marvel and Sony make amends.
We covered that last week.
Sorry.
But maybe you have new info.
No.
No. Just any new info. What do you think about that though, Caleb?
I'm excited. I'm gonna buy it.
You know what's funny is you asked us, you were like, "Hey, what'd you guys cover?" And I was like, "Just the Sony and Marvel thing and PlayStation 5."
Oh. Well, then the other thing I have is
No more headlines.
Apple Arcade.
You're just trolling us now.
Marvel teams up with Game Workshop. Yeah, look at this last week's discussion.
God damn it!
Woo! I got you guys.
Fucking got
you guys
us.
are like pissed. You're like,
damn
this
it.
guy doesn't do
I was
anything.
like, man, he's fucking just rely on this guy, just flaking on us.
No, I'm gonna start with the oldest story,
Okay.
and then move forward
Okay.
in time. So the oldest story, since y'all last spoke, is Martin Scorsese. Martin Scorsese, great director of many things,
Yes.
doesn't like Marvel movies? Are you kidding me?
What?
Well, that's so weird.
What?
Here's a direct quote that he said. He says, "I don't see them. I tried, but that's not cinema. Honestly, the closest I can think of them, as well made as they are, with actors doing the best they can under circumstances, is theme parks. It isn't cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experiences to another human being."
Okay.
And so that was his thing, and people were upset.
Actors too, who chimed
Actors,
in.
all the
Kevin
and then,
Smith,
of course, and then
Robert
also
Downey Jr.
all the freaking. It's so annoying because. Let me give my piece real quick.
Go for it.
Real quick. I could assume that Martin Scorsese doesn't like Marvel movies. It's his main thing people were upset about is that he's saying they're not cinema.
Yeah, I know that was the headline they
main
grabbed.
thing. Him saying they're comparing to theme parks. Yeah, I can agree with that. That's essentially what they are.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Yeah,
I
agree
kind
with.
of agree with that.
Yeah, but the thing with they're not psychological thing about human beings.
That I disagree with.
It's kind of I disagree with, and it's kind of ridiculous. The other thing is, so every reporter who got a chance to talk with anyone who's worked with Marvel has responded to it. It's like Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Downey Jr., Paul Rudd, like everyone who's worked with Marvel has responded to it in their own way. Robert Downey Jr., I like how he says, like, well, it's like they play in theaters, don't they? So
yeah, I like that one where he was like, well, they're playing in theaters, so I mean, you can't say they're not like that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of ridiculous to not call them cinema, but other than that, I don't
for sure.
care. I
For
think
sure.
it's blown out of proportion a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I agree that it was a theme park stuff. Like, yeah. Like, I get it. It's like, I mean, it's just a big flashy show, right? It's supposed to entertain us.
Got a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is Disney money.
Yeah.
It's popcorn.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude.
Right.
You put all that shit on the screen, right? It's like mind-numbingly great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean,
but to not be cinema, like, that's fucked up. Like, you can still connect with those characters.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. I
mean,
cried.
with fucking, Hawkeye and Black Widow and stuff, that whole scene and everything.
That was
too.
emotional.
Yeah.
I didn't cry there though.
I didn't cry there. I cried when all the women banded together.
There's emotional scenes in there too.
For sure.
Like, tugged at you.
And I think maybe this is just like someone said like, oh, like let me know when he's seen one and then we'll talk. Like I don't know.
Tom Holland getting dusted.
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
That one hurt.
I don't know if because he probably hasn't actually.
He said I tried.
Oh, he tried.
So
I feel like
he tried a little bit of one.
Yeah.
I mean, what if he saw like Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Or
Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 even. Or even Far From Home. He was like, I tried.
Like.
Lower,
what if he's like, I'm going to
Marvel...
start with these fucking, this Luke Cage shit. Or like offbeat stuff.
Iron Fist.
I did like
I'll try Iron Fist
Iron
first.
Fist, yeah. Iron Fist was probably the weaker one.
I'm going to assume he hasn't really seen like anything all the way through, or you know what I mean?
But
like,
even if he did see it all the way through and he still didn't like it, I'd be like, okay.
I mean, that's just one man's opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a big
even
deal.
if he's a great man.
Yeah. I love Scorsese. I think he's great. I just kind of it's one of those things where you think like, oh, he would be informed or he would be like understand like certain genres and stuff like that. I mean, you're allowed to have different kinds of movies and stuff. And it's weird how
does it feel like racist, Grandpa?
It just feels like
bit,
grandpa.
tiny bit. It feels like grandpa.
It just feels like grandpa. I was like, I'm not into that.
Yeah, just kind of outright deny it, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like Marvel has been creating like it's successful, and not that Scorsese is jealous of that success or whatever, but it's almost like where it's become such a thing, right, that you're kind of forced to have to acknowledge it.
Yeah,
whatever.
like I'm sure if he's trying to come out with a new movie and he wants to get a fucking hot actor, and they're like, oh no, they're doing that fucking Marvel movie, and he's like, well, fuck. You know?
Or like his movie has to come out on Netflix because it can't be shown in theaters because it won't make enough money.
Yeah, The Irishman, that's going straight to Netflix, right?
Yes, sir. November something.
So is that not cinema?
Don't don't say that in front of him.
I would never say that to him, though. It's a question. We're just
Dude,
asking
I'm gonna
questions
fucking
here.
Add him and send him that clip.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I respect the man. He's allowed to have his opinions.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say I don't agree with them.
Correct.
Yeah.
I share that opinion.
Another thing on this Celebrity Tuesday.
Celebrity Rant Train.
Jared Leto was upset.
Oh, yes. I saw the headlines.
Why would he even...
I don't know.
Like,
that's the weird...
Is he baiting for attention? Or
kind of like...
Why would you...
Also, what was the quote that... Well, like, what was the quote that he, like... Because that's all I see in the headlines. You know, Jared Leto's mad that he didn't get his whole movie. Like, this has been in production for like years. Why didn't they say anything before?
His main thing was like he felt abandoned or like isolated, is what he said. Abandoned or isolated, that they didn't, like, I guess, contact him or call him for it.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
No one liked that Joker, man.
No one liked the Joker for one. Well,
I like those memes.
Here's the thing:
they're making fun of Jared Leto as a only laughable Joker.
I mean,
he could have been a good Joker in a better movie. That's what I was gonna say. He could have fucking done it. He could have done it because he had the potential and the talent to do it.
Yeah. But he just went about it. I don't know if it was direction who chose that fucking outfit, or if that was him that chose the fucking dumbass tattoos and to act like a fucking dumbass ghetto dude. But I don't know. That's the wrong fucking direction to go in. He should have gone with more of what fucking Joaquin Phoenix was going. I feel like Jared Leto could have pulled something off like that.
Well, especially if he was trying to do like method acting, and so he was literally playing pranks on set that were like pissing off the actors and stuff. Like that's no fun either, you know?
Yeah.
Right? That's just kind of shitty.
That's just being a little...
You're kind of a shitty person.
Whore,
yeah, you weren't a good Joker.
He's done some good movies, dude. Fight Club, Requiem for a Dream. Those were fucking emotional, great movies. Yeah. I could see him fucking pulling it off.
He was in a good band once.
I wouldn't call that band good.
Really? I used to be into them in middle school. Does that count?
So did it hurt you?
What?
To see his Joker then? Or did you like his Joker?
I mean, again, it's like when you're watching it, you're like, okay, I'm in it, and then you finish, you're like, no.
So being a fan of his,
yeah,
when you were younger, and then now he's playing the Joker, did you have any kind of like hype going into that?
Yeah, I was really excited. Actually, I was really excited for Suicide Squad in general. Yes, him being Joker, he had just previously won an Oscar, and I was like, oh, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, I was super into because I had bought a bunch of the trade paperbacks for like a series that happened like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I was super excited. I'm like, oh man, I think go this direction. It was like super violent. It was super awesome and crazy. Like people were dying off. One character would die almost every other issue, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was super cool, and I loved it. And so I was really excited for the movie, and even all the trailers looked good, but then the movie is one giant trailer.
Yeah.
So that's why I was disappointed by lots of things in that movie.
Were you disappointed by the Birds of Prey trailer?
No.
Yeah, right.
I liked it.
Looked kind of interesting.
I liked it because of the Joker-isms, the Harley-isms.
Yeah.
Like the hyena dog. I was like, oh, dude,
yes,
that's so awesome. Like to see that, because like I said, I have I have her whole run right now.
Yeah.
Up to like 55 right now.
Damn.
And so that and the ending thing with the dynamite, I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a Harley
That
thing.
was cool. I was like, yeah, that's a little more Harley, yeah, for sure.
The trailer is kind of weird. It's structured weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm excited nonetheless.
It's good, man.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks like it's got potential and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I was like, okay, doesn't look
I'll
bad.
reserve my till
Yeah.
after.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're all going to.
I'm gonna watch it.
Because DC has a really bad track record, with the exception of the Joker now and Nolan's movies, in my opinion.
The movies that aren't part of the universe.
Pretty much. They're not part of this new DCU stuff they're doing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude.
Well, even, dude.
all the DCU
'cause-
stuff's bad right now.
Sorry to go back to the trailer, but the scene where you see her shoot the police officer with the beanbag
Mhm.
and she has that hat on,
Yeah.
that's like a direct like costume from one of her
Yeah.
costumes. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
there was so many things like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I
They're
may just
doing,
watch
like,
the movie and be
nods
like,
to
oh, that's so cool.
her stuff or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah,
I-
so like Shazam sucks. And remember
Was
we
that-
reviewed
that-
Shazam?
well, yeah, I guess that's DCU, right?
That's DCU.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
because Superman comes out at the end.
Shazam
Remember?
was good.
You
Yeah,
see Henry
that's true.
Cavill at the end.
I read a thing about that also, that he was supposed to come
Yeah,
out, but they
but-
didn't get him.
He's not part of it anymore.
Yeah, he's not part of it anymore.
What do you think about what's his name playing Superman now? The guy who played Superman before, Brandon.
Ralph?
Yeah, in this show, he's now playing Superman from like a different Earth, I think.
Well, that's
It
part of
is-
the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Right.
This is all happening off of what show though? Arrow?
And it's the Arrowverse.
It's the
Arrowverse.
So like all 5 of their shows, they're all gonna have a Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's gonna be like a 5-night event probably.
So it's like a bunch of Supermans.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
like
he's-
everyone
but he's replaying
from
Superman.
everyone in
Yeah,
every
yeah, I saw
show
that.
that's ever
Yeah, I
been
saw
on a
that.
DC show is gonna be on the event.
Yeah, I heard like everyone's all hyped about
Which is
it.
kind of stupid. Like, well, what makes me mad is like this would have been super cool to see in the first trailer
Mhm.
or like when the show happened, but like they announced every single person who was coming out. That like so even like Kevin Conroy's coming out,
Yeah.
even like the original Birds of Prey show
Yeah.
that was like a season long, that she's coming out. Like this would all have been cool to. I'm part of the people who's like this would be cool to see.
I think they're doing this because they're like, please watch our
Please
show.
watch
Look at
it.
all these people we
It's
got.
Arrow's last season.
Arrow's been doing this like fucking almost every time, right? Where they would do a shared episode from all the fucking other, universe shows or whatever.
Yeah.
And now since this is going to be like the last season,
Yeah.
they're just trying to fucking vamp it all up.
But that'd have been cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I would have watched it, because I don't watch it.
Yeah, what would happen? What if I'm just here to watch these 5-episode events and then that's it? I'm just gonna kick out
Should
after
be
that.
fine.
That's what I had. That's what I usually got to do because I don't watch all those other fucking episodes.
So you got, like,
all those other seasons.
3 or 4 shows, right?
What do you mean?
Like all the shows that they have going
in
on.
general.
Yeah, they got like
Because
4
they
of
got
them.
Arrow,
They got Arrow,
Flash,
Supergirl,
Supergirl.
Legends of Tomorrow.
That's so they're the 4 ones that've been going on.
Yeah,
Now it's Batwoman.
yeah.
I can wear it better.
And
Shut up.
Black Lightning.
Why is
Oh, Black Lightning.
Why isn't that New Teen Titans one part of it?
Because it's
That's
part of the DC app.
the DC app stuff.
Oh, okay. So that's separate.
So they already
Man, they're
announced
just
season
separating
2.
their own shows like that.
Yeah, so they
Well,
have
they
like
wa-
3 different like
This is dumb.
universes, right?
What do
What are you
mean?
doing,
Because
DC?
the Teen Titans
This
stuff,
is
they're part of
dumb.
their own fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Well, they're connected to Doom Patrol.
So
Which I heard is a good show, but I don't
I'm
know.
so
Because you
glad.
got like Arrowverse, and then you have like the whole DCU, and then you have now the Teen Titans stuff.
Yeah. And the Joker universe.
Well, I mean,
And the
I
Christopher Nolan
wouldn't
universe.
because those aren't going to be
Yeah, I
you
know,
know
I just-
expanded anymore.
I'm
so.
just
But
kidding.
I'm just glad I'm not invested in any of this stuff.
Yeah, it's too much.
I like Arrow. It's not bad.
It's DC's really trying. I liked Arrow for the first 2 seasons and then I stopped.
Yeah.
It gets better.
Actually, I'll
than
say
the
first 2 seasons and then
Mhm.
I stopped. And then I was like,
It dips. It does dip, but it comes back up, and then it dips again. And I'm hoping it
nah,
comes
I don't
back
want to
up.
watch 24 episodes. 40 minutes long. I'm good. Edward Norton said something. You have the direct quote?
Oh yeah. Edward Norton's coming out talking about Marvel as well. Everyone's got an opinion about Marvel these days. Everyone's
Yeah, everyone hates
Man.
Marvel.
When you're number one, right?
That-
You
right,
got a
right.
fucking big ass target on your back.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
just like the Patriots.
Yeah.
They're the number 1. Everyone
you go.
hates them. You
'Cause
guys
they're
know.
cheaters.
You guys see what I mean?
He cheated.
How did he cheat?
He deflated the fucking balls.
You don't know that.
We do. There was proof. There was a whole case and everything. They gave him a slap on the wrist.
I thought you liked
but
the
there was
Patriots.
no proving guilty.
Wait.
Okay, and secondly, okay, let's say he did cheat and then won the Super Bowl with no deflated ball. Then came back. He was out for 5 games. Then won that Super Bowl again. Again, out for 5 games. Come back. No deflated footballs. Wins the Super Bowl again.
It's the principle. Once a cheater, always a cheater. He's a fucking cheater. No, thank you.
Brady?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
I thought you loved Patriots.
Not anymore, bro. They're cheaters.
Supposedly.
See, he knows. He knows how much I like the fucking Patriots.
Like the only
After they
thing
fucking cheated at that shit,
You
fuck
don't know
no,
that.
dude. I stopped. I was like, fuck that, dude.
Did they,
Principles, brah. Nah. Play the game right, bro.
Did they pin it on him? Oh, look, was this a thing?
It's
I mean,
also
I
Belichick,
know,
dude.
I know they did. Like it was a
It was
thing.
Brady
but...
and Belichick.
But there's no proof.
Oh my God.
There's no proof.
Dude, it's all there, dude.
But there's no proof.
Right. There
So,
was no
wouldn't you-
concrete proof, but
Exactly.
I'm just surprised you would defend your
Innocent
boy.
until proven
like,
guilty.
I mean, dude, it was bad.
O.J.
bro.
Simpson?
It was bad.
He's innocent.
It was bad. This
Innocent
guy,
until
this guy's
proven
dying.
guilty.
With, this guy's a
OJ's.
hardcore fan. He's dying with the lie. Me, I'm not.
But how
no,
can
I
you
was like,
justify the next season? How can you justify the next
That's
season?
what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It's principle. It's that he did it. It's that he was okay with it. They both were cocksuckers, man.
Whatever, Norton
So
said.
Edward
You're
Norton.
ruining the game. Respect the game.
They are
Everyone
respecting
plays
the game.
fair, and then you just play with skill. If you cheat, then it ruins the game.
But there's no proof that he cheated.
It's all there. It's all there.
So Edward Norton comes in, right?
Right.
He's talking about Marvel abandoning a darker Hulk sequel. According to him, they had a 2-movie deal, right? And they were supposed to go into like a darker kind of idea of a movie.
That would have been great, dude, because they had set it up for the leader, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, that's right.
You don't remember?
I remember hearing about that.
After Abomination, they crash in the
supposed to do the
lab.
leader
He
stuff.
falls. The fucking shit falls on his head, and his head starts going. Well, he's gonna be the leader.
I don't know.
You don't know who the leader is, or you
No.
don't.
He's like this thin
That both.
headed.
He has like the penis head. Dude, bring up a picture of the leader.
Okay.
He's green,
Leader
and he just
incoming.
has a tall head, and he's basically Hulk is bronze, and the leader's brains.
He also sometimes has a goatee.
Yeah, he usually got a little stash, and
Yeah, he's kind of.
Oh. Wasn't he, He looks like a Sinestro?
Yeah,
A little bit?
yeah, I'd say that.
he has 2 different. He's got the balls, where it's 2 big balls, like where Mars Attacks,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then he's got the huge thin phallus penis brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah.
So they
Didn't
were
know that.
setting it up for the leader, man, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be fucking cool. And then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I heard they had issues with Edward Norton in the studio because he was very demanding.
I mean, that was definitely one of the things people talked about, was that he was wanting to kind of throw his weight around and take direction, even and
Dude,
stuff like that.
Fucking take
Like,
it,
he
because
changed
look at the
scenes.
direction they took Hulk in.
Yeah.
They made him a bitch. Upset.
His quote.
Not my
Well, no. I loved the Hulk comics. I believe they were very mythic.
Yeah.
Norton
Same.
explained. And what Chris Nolan had done with Batman was going down a path I aligned with, long, dark, and serious. If there was ever a thing that I thought had that in it, it was the Hulk. It's literally the Promethean myth. I laid out a 2-film thing, the origin and then the idea of Hulk as a conscious dreamer, the guy who can handle the trip. And they were like, that's what we want. As it turned out, that wasn't what they wanted. But I had a great time doing it. I get on great with Kevin Feige. And then there's one more quote here off of the article. It says, well, they were talking about, let's see. Norton obviously never got the chance to see his version of a sequel happen. As he departed the MCU and Mark Ruffalo stepped in as Bruce Banner Hulk, Marchie's followed up on him asking, did Feige put out the statement about you? And he's like, yeah, which was cheap. It was brand defensiveness or something. Norton answered. Ultimately, they were going for long, dark, and serious, but it wasn't. But it doesn't matter. We had positive discussions about going on with 2 films, and we looked at the amount of time it would have taken, and I wasn't going to do that. I honestly would have wanted more money than they would have been willing to pay me, and that's not why I would have wanted to do another Hulk movie anyway. I went and did other things I wanted to do, and what Kevin Feige has done is probably one of the best executions of a business plan in the history of the entertainment industry. As a Disney shareholder, you should be on your feet for what they pulled off.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been so fucking cool to get a kick-ass solo fucking like Hulk shit, because they haven't done Hulk good yet at all, dude. Edward Norton's the only one who did.
Remember when he turned to Smart Hulk? That was so good.
He was,
and then he lost his arm.
That's fine. I mean, if you're gonna bring Mr. Fix-It, then bring Mr. Fix-It. Don't just try and bring some fucking knockoff cheap Hulk.
No,
you know?
he was great.
It's bad.
He's always angry.
He's bad.
He's always mad.
I'm always mad.
And he's a fucking sellout at the end.
He's not.
The kids in the photos.
He's a sellout.
He's not a sellout. He's just
Dude, that's not
having fun.
What do you mean?
He's a nice guy.
Hulk's character is he always wants to be alone and left alone. He's always
He's
pissed.
a nice guy.
But this
That's
is
not
MCU.
Hulk.
This is MCU.
Hulk is not a nice guy.
What about in
This
the
is
show,
MCU.
the 1970s show? He's always helping people out.
Because he's a doctor. That's Banner.
Okay, so he's a nice guy.
Yeah, it's just
By his
still-
heart, he's
Banner.
a nice.
This is Banner.
nice
We're
man.
talking about Hulk, not Banner.
This is Banner and Hulk though.
Hulk, doesn't he lift cars to save people?
He put the brains and the brawn together.
He's a nice man. We broke him.
Stop! It was so bad.
It's good. It's good.
You're just mad we're breaking your world. We're just
Fuck
showing-
you, Mark Ruffalo! You piece of shit! You ruined Hulk!
He's in love with Black Widow.
I mean, where did that arc go? It led nowhere, right?
It led into Thor Ragnarok. It led to that really funny joke.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
All right.
And I laughed
they're
when
busy.
it happened.
Hey, they're busy, man. They don't got time for,
They don't got time for Hulk,
They
dude?
don't got time for love.
He's an original fucking Avenger, dude.
So was Wasp. She didn't show up till like 12 movies later.
But that's Wasp, and Wasp
Oh,
sucks.
why? Because she's a woman?
No, because Wasp sucks.
I mean, technically,
They've changed Wasp so many times.
Technically,
She was human, then she was a fucking mutant, and then she's human. I don't know.
I mean, even Hank Pym was part of the Avengers, the original Avengers,
Yeah.
as was Scarlet Witch,
Yeah.
right?
No.
No, she was a second run. Sorry, it was Scarlet
Learn
Witch
your
and.
lore.
Sorry, I learned it.
Thor,
Look, Chris, learn your lore.
Ant-Man, Wasp,
Iron Man.
Yeah. Whatever. When it became Golden Age, those were the ones that got them popular.
You know who the golden age of
Cap got
the
it.
golden age of Hulk is? Mark Ruffalo.
No.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I do have one bit of news to add to the headlines today.
Fine.
Fortnite is offline.
It died.
Oh, that's right.
There's
I
a
saw
big
it. It was
black
cool.
hole happening right now.
That's
Yeah.
right.
The developers are actively not letting players play the game.
Right?
You log in, you're just staring at a black hole, which I think is pretty ballsy, right?
Super.
Yeah.
Right? To just
Super.
be like,
Yeah. Okay, so you think
How much
they
money
have
do
to bring the
make?
servers down, maybe
Probably because
to like expand them more?
probably.
I
Because
bet-
they're updating this even bigger.
I bet what they've been working on is just revamping. Obviously, the groundwork for what's gonna be like. People are saying there was a leaked screenshot of Chapter 2, which is including stuff like boats. So they have to fix the
they're
foundation of what they built the game on
Yeah.
to add shit like
Yeah,
boats
it
or
makes
whatever
sense.
else they're gonna be
they're,
doing.
they're from the ground up.
Yeah.
Basically. So that's
Yeah.
what they were saying.
Because they
Everyone
can't
saying
release
it's
a
Fortnite
new
2.
game.
Yeah.
But
Yes, because what the first game was released on, it's so crazy to think that this is where Fortnite has fucking come to. Because
Right, dude.
when I played this game, when I was excited about it, it was like, oh, this co-op zombie survival,
Yep,
like
zombie
you build
survival,
stuff.
yeah.
That's
like
when
it
we
was
were fucking talking about it.
Yeah,
He-
like it was not.
I
it was not
remember him
this.
hyping this shit up, and I
Yeah.
was like, What? I was like, isn't it like that other one? There was another fucking game that was kind of like a Clank.
Like H1Z1
or
or
some
Plants
shit.
vs. Zombies.
No. It was another zombie survival game that was very similar to Fortnite, even art style wise. And then it got changed. Fortnite changed its art style to very cartoony, more other stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I can't remember the fucking name, but it had a neon fucking thing as there. It was real rusty. It was very fucking like also putting up signs and shit, street signs as defenses.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy the possible. I love PvE. So I love the very cool like wave base, like, hey, we're gonna build a base and zombies are gonna come, we're gonna shoot them. Like I was super excited. I was super stoked for that.
I still to this day I still want to play that.
It's still that part of the game is still there. Yeah, it's just fucking weird. Like I've played it, I'm like, what is happening? Like it's just they needed like
You've
to
actually
rework.
played it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I played it. I mean, even during beta, I played it after it came out. Like I've played it. You know,
the zombie part.
Yeah, the zombie part.
Yeah.
Obviously, the big takeaway, I mean, they basically stole PUBG's fucking lunch, right? And they're like, hey, that's getting pretty popular. Let's do a mode like that.
Yeah.
Super bare bones.
Yeah.
And I didn't get why people liked it so much. I was like, dude, it's like, this is I guess it was just more easily accessible. Because, it was free to play.
Yeah.
It was free to play. PUBG was not.
It was kind of fun.
Obviously, art style for kids is fun, silly. Like, I played it, like, every now and then. I mean, because my kid would want me to play with him. Yeah. It was very, like, the best way I could describe that game at the end of when I was playing it was, like, this is fucking Toontown. This is just, you're, like, in this ball. Like, you're in this hamster wheel ball, and you can grapple something and pull yourself.
I
was
never
like,
got that far.
Dude, I was like, what happened to this game? It's fucking weird. Not to mention,
you put a bunch of stuff. You can fly now.
Yeah, all that stuff. They introduced mechs in the last one,
yeah.
and that pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, because they're like, that's super. You can't defeat it.
And so I was already off the boat, right? I was like, nah, dude, I can't. I don't like this. Like, I shoot someone from far away. They can immediately, in a second, build walls around them. You have to work for every kill now. Like, I was like, it's not.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I don't want to work for kills.
No, but see,
I just want to click buttons.
But dude, if you've seen the way people build,
dude, I have, dude.
That's why
shit's insane.
That's the same reason I stopped.
So
it's no fun.
I stopped playing
like
it too because I can't.
Not for me.
I can kill maybe one person and then I'm dead.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The art style, I like the art style.
So.
Is that what it is? We're just too old.
Well,
we just can't keep up with these fast young
kids.
Well,
that's the thing. It sucks because everyone is so good at it now. And you're like, I can't play it anymore.
No, yeah, for sure.
It was fun in the beginning. Not anymore.
I mean, they should make like an old man pool, and we can just play in that old man pool.
Yeah, it's
with
called
like
Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Hey, that's that old man pool. I like Apex.
Hey man, Apex is pretty good.
That's the other thing I've been playing actually. That I've been. Well, there's one more thing, but yeah, I got back on it. Season 3 launched. I've been on this battle royale kick actually, and I wanted to play something, right? And I was like, dude, I'm gonna play some Apex. Season 3 came out. I'm having, I like Apex. What?
You play it on PlayStation?
Yes.
Okay, because the reason I stopped playing Apex is that
you don't have anyone to play with.
Groups you with 2 other people, and I'm like, these guys are talking to me, and I didn't have a headset at the time, and I was like, sorry guys.
Or you have the situation I had yesterday, which is like it's 2 kids. It's like, oh hey hi. The other kid's like, oh hello, and they're just like, let's go this way, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna respond to these fucking kids, man. I'm not. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm like, kids, they probably know what they're doing. No, they didn't, Caleb. I died with them. I was like, they're like,
only
sticking
Frank
together.
Would take fucking lead from some kid, dude.
You
gotta know better than me.
I was like, they relinquished the jump to me. I was like, oh, I'm taking us. All right, I don't trust where the hell you all want to go. They're like levels. I mean, I'm also low level, but the kid's like, we land somewhere. One of the kids' first comments is like, man, I like this game. I like Apex. Like, it's just like, I'm like, oh man, y'all are gonna slow me down, man.
Well, I'll play with you, man, because as long as I didn't have a headset.
Dude,
and Mauricio gave me one, but it didn't work, bro. It didn't work, okay?
Did he charge you for it?
Sure
Tell me he charged you for it.
I need to give him back. I still have it.
Okay.
Pretty sure
he's mad that
I'm sure he knew.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, you just gotta plug it in. I'm like, dude, it's not working. I tried. So I bought one at HEB because that's where you buy headsets.
Yeah.
Nice job, Mauricio. Now he had to buy one.
Thanks,
now he had to buy one.
Hard-earned cash. Gonna buy dinner, but no. I had to buy headphones.
No Costco bucks
for that. Gotta play this Fortnite. Gotta play this new update.
So I have headphones now, so I can play with
Nice.
you if you want to play.
I'm down to play, man.
Yeah. Not playing
I'm
Mario
down to
Kart, that's for
You
sure.
play Apex? Do you play Mario Tour?
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't play that crap.
There is one other battle royale game I have been playing.
Okay.
What's that?
It's called Call of Duty Mobile.
Oh, is it? I'm curious. Is it fun?
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's very paid. I mean, like buy
It's just,
shit,
it's
right?
just what? It's just cosmetics,
Is
and
it just
you
cosmetics,
unlock
though?
stuff. Okay, battle royale is battle royale.
All right, right.
You could play that. It's gonna be battle royale.
Right.
The multiplayer stuff, it's like regular
good,
Call of
though?
Duty. Yeah, I like it.
Do you play
It's good.
sideways?
You play sideways, and you can use a controller. I am at the point where I'm gonna buy a fucking controller grip that has your phone to an Xbox controller or a PlayStation if you want, and you can play Call of Duty Mobile with a controller, bro.
'Cause you can Bluetooth it now, right?
Yeah, you can Bluetooth
You
it.
can Bluetooth it to your
So
phone.
Wow.
you can totally Bluetooth it to your phone and play that mobile game, and it looks really good. It's gonna look really good on your phone, Caleb. It looks
bet.
awesome. You have a 10, don't you?
Yeah.
It's gonna look really good on your phone. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's like I said before. I mean, the stuff you're unlocking, they have a battle pass, right? You can buy cosmetic. I don't give a shit. I'm just having fun killing people.
Yeah.
I've been playing single player battle royale, so that's been fun for me. I haven't really been touching the multiplayer stuff that much. You can go in third person, first person. If you ever played the PUBG app, which you probably didn't,
I did.
oh, okay, it's a little bit like that.
Okay.
So what I like about PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, is it's because it's got its bones in PUBG. Like whatever you're walking up, if it's something you can pick up that's important that you need, it automatically picks it up.
Well, that's
So
good.
like you're running for the first time, you're opening doors. You don't have to press buttons to open doors.
Good.
Okay.
Because that's what I didn't like about PUBG.
Yeah, no, you see a gun, your guy's automatically picking everything up. You're like, cool, we picked up everything. And whenever you walk over stuff, if it's more ammo you need, it'll pick it up for you automatically. If it's an attachment that fits your gun, it's picking it up automatically. So it's kind of like speeding up that process of like, do I need this? Does this fit? Oh, let me drag this scope on here.
Yeah.
None of that. It's like quickly putting everything on. Cool, I'm ready to go. Let me go shoot a dude or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've been having a lot of fun with it, man. For just this little free to play battle royale game, like I have a lot of fun with it. I've been getting a lot of wins as well, because people are either terrible or
It's
don't
the
know how to
beginning
play.
of the game.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the game also, I'm
So
sure.
everyone's.
I have met guys who do know what they're doing. You know, I got sniped at the end, like literally before we started this, and I was over there. I was finishing up my match.
You weren't taking a shower.
Well,
You
yeah,
were
I took
playing
a shower.
Call of
Okay.
Yeah.
I finished. I was on the can. I was
Uh-huh.
playing my game,
Yeah.
and then I jumped in the shower.
Oh.
But realistically, you finished your shit like
Yeah.
2 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then you stayed that extra 15 minutes to
Yeah.
finish your match.
Correct.
And then you jumped in the shower for
Yeah.
another like 30 minutes.
yeah.
And then you jumped out and did another match before you got
No, I mean those matches last like 10, 15 minutes if you're
10,
the last
15
one.
minutes.
15 minutes if you're like the
I
last
told
one.
him. I said, look at the time he told me he's jumping in the shower.
Yeah,
It
you
was
did.
8:53.
Yep.
When you said you were done, it was 5:53. By the time you were done, it was 6:23.
Yeah.
30-minute shower.
30-minute
But
shower.
15 minutes of those were
Exactly.
Were the battle
That's what
royale.
we're just saying.
Yep.
Hey, I was having fun. This is a good game. Y'all should play it. It's pretty good.
I'll give it a download.
Yeah, it's free to play. It's
Last
only like a
thing
gig.
before we leave,
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr. had a little rant. A
Oh.
Star Wars rant.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, we saw this before we started this.
It's
I
true.
saw it for the first time.
It's facts. Those are facts.
Your take?
Well, first explain this.
Freddie Prinze Jr. was on this podcast, and I guess the clip is like 3 minutes long, just of his rant. So I guess they asked him something about Star Wars. If you didn't know this, he is a character in the Rebels,
right.
one of the Jedi.
He voice
Kanan,
acts one of
voice.
Axe?
I don't know what I just said.
voice acts one of the characters. in the show.
Kanan, a
Is that the
Jedi.
word?
Mhm.
What's Rebels? I don't know what that is. Is that
It's a-
CG?
I heard-
It's a CG.
It's
Oh, okay,
Disney
I haven't seen
XD. I heard that one's actually one of the better ones.
Okay.
It's good.
2D or 3D?
3D.
3D.
Really, I heard it's pretty good.
Okay.
What else? Oh, so he, obviously, Dave Filoni is like, it's George Lucas and it's Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is like the second command. He pretty much ran all of Star Wars.
Second trilogy?
No, the cartoon. Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
So he knows all the lore. He knows a lot of stuff because of George Lucas.
Okay.
George Lucas, obviously a producer on that show. So Dave Filoni knows a lot. Well, pretty much everything Star Wars.
Yeah.
So talking to Freddie Prinze Jr. Then has all this knowledge. And for some reason, I guess he's mad at Star Wars fans at the moment. Or I don't know what question came up, but he started this rant about Star Wars and Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
And if you want to look at it, just type in Star Wars rant, Freddie Prinze Jr., and you'll find it on YouTube.
My first impression of it, some of it seemed a little misdirected. His anger, at least. It did seem like an impassioned argument he was making, which I understand some of his points, right? He was also saying, like, oh, Star Wars is for kids. You know, if you don't think so, you're an idiot or whatever, and stuff like that.
I think he meant target audience wise, not like you have to be a kid to enjoy it. It's just that that's the target audience who was it intended for. Was for kids.
Yeah.
Which I want to push back on that because a lot of people have said that, well, George Lucas said Star Wars is for kids, so it's for kids. I want to push back on that.
Okay, well, first, I think, what is your definition of kids and what is his?
Kids.
Because I'm thinking, I'm thinking Freddie Prinze because the way I picked up on it, it sounded like it was for teens, right? Like
teens
kids.
below,
like kids,
teens and below, like
right?
your kids, your kids, like your age
teens
kids.
and below, yeah. Like Star Wars was made for like teens and below.
Yeah, when I think of kids, I think of kind of below, like low teen and below.
Yeah,
not a high teen because teen is a lot of years.
Because I don't think he meant for like fucking 5, 6, 7-year-olds. I don't think that's who he meant Star Wars is for. When he said kids, I think he meant it general as in the younger
11,
the
10,
younger
12,
fucking,
13, 14.
Yeah, probably those kids,
teenagers and a bit younger. Kids.
Like 10 to 15 or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Kids, yeah. So
it's not for your like Donald Trump people who are fucking mentally like way the fuck out there, right?
Yeah. But I kind of want to push back on that because here's the thing, like
business, big logos, go.
You think of the first Star Wars that came out in 1977.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like the biggest movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Families were going over and over to see it. It was like a big event. And I say families because everyone loved it. I think the first Star Wars: A New Hope is a universal movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a kid. Wouldn't consider it a kid movie.
Yeah.
Like Hotel Transylvania is a kid movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna agree with that.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Hell
I consider a kid movie, right?
Okay.
I don't think Star Wars is a kid movie. Even Empire is not a kid movie.
No.
No.
They're slicing guts and getting in there.
Guts and a dark ending, and it's a slow movie. Not
chop
a lot
off his hand.
Would you say The Princess Bride is a kid movie?
No.
It could be more of, but I think more adults enjoy it. I guess
I would say that the Princess Bride vibe, that whole storytelling, that's kind of what I get when I watch New Hope, right? Where it's this whimsical story of the farmer kid coming from nowhere to fucking saving the entire fucking galaxy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's a fairy tale story.
I am gonna argue that that's universal and
it's a universal thing.
I think that's
it's an
why
adventure trope.
Yeah, that's why
that's what I'm saying.
That's why it did good though, because that can appeal to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not just kids.
And then once you get to Return, you could say it gets more kiddish with the Ewoks, but Slave Leia, I mean, come on. Come on, you show that to your 10-year-old.
I mean, I think that's why the movie did so well, just because there's something for everyone in those, right? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. I don't consider those movies kids-centric movies,
agreed.
Right?
Good point though about
Home Alone, kids-centric, right? I would even say Home Alone's kids-centric, even though we all love it.
Yeah,
but it's kids-centric. You know, the kid's the hero.
Yeah.
But I don't consider the original trilogy kid-centric. The prequels, obviously, yes, that is very kid-centric. And they came out when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
I was only like 3 years old. Just kidding.
No,
just kidding. I was like 10. But that came out.
That movie.
That came out when I was a kid, and I was my age, and so I liked it because it was like, oh, cool movie, right?
Yeah.
As I gotten older and matured, I don't like it as much. But that was kid-centric, even though it has a lot of weird like Senate meetings and stuff. You're like, I guess the Galactic Republic and this, and they're like, this is for kids.
It's true.
So sorry, I'm going on a really long rant.
No, it's fine.
But I kind of push back because I've heard a couple other Star Wars people say like, oh well, Star Wars is for kids. I'm like, But I don't think it is though.
It's like kids can enjoy it, yes, but it's
Yes.
not just for them.
It's not just for them.
No.
And like I think there is a thing of, what do you think about growing up with your audience? Do you think an artist should grow up with their audience? Or should it stay at its base level?
The artist or their work?
Their work.
Because think of like the success of something like Naruto, right? Where like, or even no, fuck that. Let's go with Avatar, right? Like people
Which
watch
one?
that
Cartoon or the movie?
cartoon.
Okay.
Well, I would say
You said success. Avatar had way bigger success than that cartoon did.
Well, we're talking about growing up with it. So there's only been one Avatar movie. You can't grow up with Avatar.
They're coming
The
out
movie.
part 2. I'm gonna grow up with that shit.
They're still gonna be the same age though.
Are they? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
But they're not kids, Rick.
Are they? I don't know. I don't know, Frank.
well, I'll go with a better example. How about Harry Potter? Okay?
Harry Potter.
Okay.
Seven
go.
books, okay?
That
It starts
sounds
off
good.
All right.
as
He's
a very
growing up in that.
Yeah.
It starts off with a kid-centric book.
Yes.
Right?
It gradually gets more mature.
Right. They're getting older, so the themes.
By the time you
are
get to
getting
book
older.
5,
Mhm.
starts getting pretty dark
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
gloomy.
there's bad stuff happening.
And then even more dark and gloomy as the books go
Oh,
on.
yes,
I
yes.
feel like that's a very good way of her maturing with her audience, or
Yes.
the material
the
is
work.
growing up with her audience. It's
Yes.
still kid-centric thing by the end of the books,
Yeah.
but the audience is growing up with the books, and so I think it's
Okay,
natural.
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know? Do you think that's a thing they should do or shouldn't do?
Fuck, man. I think that's really dependent on the artist.
Yeah, because
do you want to
You
do
don't want
that,
every
or do
single
you-
work to do
right,
that,
or
right?
do
Yeah.
you want to stick with? I'm just going to stick with a certain style that I've been doing,
Or
my
just a
whole
balance.
Time, or yeah, right.
Mhm.
because he kind of made a point of like, Star Wars isn't for you anymore. It's not for you. It's for kids. So like, it's not, you want it to grow up with you, but it's not for you. But
Well, he's arguing that people are probably saying what they want it darker and grittier or something, or that they wanted it, more hardcore. And
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard without knowing what the pretext, what the question was that set off his rant.
Yeah.
I think what I think the thing that Freddie's dealing with is the same shit George Lucas had to deal with, which is you do get a lot of hardcore,
Yeah,
like just
and that's
assholes,
fair.
right, who are
Totally.
being
I mean,
dicks to them
freaking
and
both
stuff.
of the girls, Ray and Rose, got
Mhm.
off of social media because everyone was hating on them
Yes,
so hard.
yes, that's
It's like,
right.
dude, that's-
Tran, right, and
Yeah.
all of them.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. For it to be that kind of like toxic, I mean, that sucks too.
That's ridiculous. Yes,
Um,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm sure there is, but then I'm not really too active in the Star Wars community either. But is it very toxic?
Yeah,
Yes.
can be very toxic.
George Lucas hates his fans. You
Well, I know
right?
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
I
even
saw that
freaking
documentary too.
what's his name, Finn.
Finn.
Yeah, what's his
Yeah,
name? I'm on
Fitz.
Twitter, and he just randomly out of nowhere, he's like, "Star Wars fans, I don't know when the trailer is coming out, nor do I know the date." Blah blah. Like, it was all this thing because I guess like every post he makes, we're like, "Where's the trailer?" But should know the trailer. It's like, and I was looking at the comments, and it was a lot of that. I was like, dude, like,
So
let the man have a selfie on the sidewalk. Like,
Yeah.
jeez.
So I think that's why.
No,
That's why I think
When's the
his,
trailer? When's the
He's
trailer?
ours! Answer our questions.
that's why I think his anger is misplaced because he's lashing out at essentially everybody, anyone who is a Star Wars fan,
Yeah.
rather than these like hardcore, like just super fans or whatever that are they're giving him shit or giving people everyone else shit, right? So I think a lot of that rant was just maybe you could feel like, oh, he's having to deal with stuff, right? The fact that he's there having to discuss the whole idea of the Force balancing itself, we'll get into this next, but he's talking about the balance of the Force, right, balancing itself, and how characters are just made to fail because it doesn't matter how hard they push because the Force is just going to push back and stuff like that, maybe saying it's meaningless and stuff like that. Like, at least their fight or their character motivations, like, you're born to fail or whatever if you're going to be a Sith Lord or whatever. So I think like him being tired of hearing this stuff or defending himself or whatever, and him lashing out at everybody. I mean, it's a bad situation for everybody. I think some of the points he made, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, like, I think that's why a lot of people took offense to it, especially because they label themselves, "Oh, I'm a Star Wars fan. He's talking to me. He's saying I'm stupid or whatever," and that's where you get that anger from.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's targeting the general, like, all fucking Star Wars fans. I think he's mostly targeting these toxic people who are talking shit. Because you see how angry he is or whatever. And which, by the way, I like seeing this Freddie. This Freddie's good. I like this.
No, yeah, you don't like Fred from Scooby Doo Freddy?
No.
I do. I like that movie.
You can keep that one. I'll take this one.
That's a kid's movie.
Yes.
And he would know!
Yeah.
But yeah. I like this Freddie. And I'd agreed with a lot of what he said.
Even about the Grey Jedi. I hate when people bring up Grey Jedi. I'm like...
Why?
Because I don't like that. I think it's light and dark.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with him in that sense. I don't like the idea of people being like, oh, there's a Grey Jedi.
The Grey Jedi? Well, yeah, because in the expanded universe, it's Luke Skywalker who finds the whole Grey Jedi thing and is using a balance between the light and the dark to create this whole new fucking teachings of Jedi that functions with a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And those are the Grey Jedi. No, I agree that it should just be black and white.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with a lot. I mean, not a lot. I agree with some of what he's saying. A lot of it's like, oh. But yeah, so it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
To say the
good and bad points.
Good and bad points.
Leave Freddie alone. He's mad.
Oh,
He's
that's what I was
upset.
gonna say. Sorry, I got sidetracked for a moment. I lost my train of thought. Can you disagree with the creator?
Can you disagree with a creator?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I guess you can have your own opinion of it. Like, I don't like the whole midichlorians thing, so I choose not to believe
Not
in
to
it.
acknowledge.
Man, okay.
Kind of. So like the whole the balance of the force. I get it, the balance of the force type of thing, but I also don't like it in another sense of like you're predestined in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
You're predestined to do something. I don't like the not choice.
Okay, you don't like not having free will?
Correct. Because he's basically saying like, well, Luke Skywalker doesn't have a choice to lose. He's gonna win, right?
The Force chooses.
The Force chooses you to win or lose,
right?
Because there's a balance. But then that makes a bigger question. It's like, okay, well, what is
the Force?
Yeah.
The Force is now small, tiny, microscopic little fucking bacteria that actually do shit instead of it being more mystical and Force-like. Yeah.
And I'm glad they didn't go with George Lucas's original scripts, even though he was mad about it. Did you hear about that?
What?
Oh, I should have put that down. But Bob Iger recently came out, the CEO of Disney, was like, "Oh, George."
Bob Iger.
Yeah, he was mad that
Barker.
Yeah, I heard Barker.
I was like
also.
Bob Barker.
Sorry,
That's okay.
He was mad. He was saying how George Lucas was mad because he sold Star Wars to Disney. He sent in several scripts, like 3 scripts for the new Star Wars movie.
Okay.
And they didn't use any of them. And the thing was, George was going to go further into the microbiology of the Force and the wills and the microbiological world of the wills. And I was like, that sounds horrible.
That sounds bad. That sounds like
I don't want that at all.
I mean, if it fixes everything, I'd be interested. But if it,
so he was mad that they didn't use any of his treatments. And I'm like, well,
I mean, he can't
sold
really say
it.
shit. You sold it, yeah.
Yes. That's the thing.
So now that he sold his franchise, are you allowed to disagree with him now? Because they're not.
Well, like I disagree with all of his remastered additions to the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Let's have more things walk across the screen.
I wasn't mad about that. That's fine.
I just think of Trey Parker's fucking rant about all that. It's great.
No, but I like, dude, the one thing I hate the most out of all the renditions of the original trilogy, I hate in Jabba's palace that stupid scene.
Yeah, I hated that too.
I hate that.
Yeah.
So every time that scene comes up, I hated it. It's so annoying. I don't know why he was like, this is how I originally wanted it, and so he redoes everything and adds crap. I'm like, let's have more creatures in the cantina. We need more creatures. I get it the first time.
It's fine the way it was, man.
So I think after the prequels, at the prequels, he lost his touch.
Yeah.
In good storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Damn.
I don't know.
I'd agree with that, actually, yeah.
Yeah. I think the original trilogy is almost perfect.
Yes.
I love it.
It's great.
That's why I still love Star Wars today, is the original trilogy, not the prequels. We've already talked about the
second prequel, the Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones.
The fight scenes were pretty cool.
Oh yeah. But I didn't like the whole love story.
No, I just like the end where
Yeah.
They have the huge battle.
Yeah.
That was
What's coming up this year?
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker in December, right?
C.
Okay. I'm just glad that it's J.J. Abrams back at the helm. At least maybe he can fix things.
He says he's not gonna fix anything in The Last Jedi, but
We'll see.
Come on.
I mean, maybe
we're
just
gonna find
nice.
out whose Rey's parents are, what her heritage is at least.
nobody, nothing.
No, that's stupid.
It's nothing.
That's stupid.
It's nothing.
How
Just-
could she just know?
all of
Oh,
us.
because people
We're
were
all
mad.
Jedi inside of us, okay?
Well, because
You don't have to be, royalty or bloodline. We can be peasants and be good.
I get that.
That's the message.
That's fine, but she can't learn it that
No!
fast either. She
No!
can't just be like, oh, hey, let me tell this guy, Stormtrooper, to release me. I think I can try. Let me try it real quick. And then she just does it, like, easily. I'm like, oh, okay. Because people complain, like, well, it's Luke learned fast, too. Well, no, he didn't. He didn't have a lightsaber fight in the first one. He flew around and made the hole. Made it right in that hole.
Yeah, he used the Force just to guide the...
To guide the bullet in the hole.
It's a missile.
So he didn't be super strong in the first movie.
was a full-time
He didn't
fight.
defeat a Sith Lord in the first movie. Grabbing a Jedi the first 5 seconds. Grabbing a saber, and the first time I'm holding it, I'm going to defeat another Sith Lord.
I think we can universally agree that this last one was terrible.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Rey has to be somebody, some kind of something, because she can't just be a nobody and know how to do all this stuff.
I mean, they're hinting at it so hard.
Yeah, that's why. You can't just say she's nobody if you hint at it for 2 movies.
Yeah, you can't
Nobody.
she can't just see 2 figures
Nobody.
and them not be someone. Like they're gonna be
That was
someone.
it. That was the reveal. She's a nobody. You guys were all like, she's somebody. Nope. They flipped it on you. She's nobody.
No.
No.
Sorry, rant, but
Rant?
yeah. So Star Wars.
Star Wars rant.
Star Wars rant. Freddie Prinze Jr. rant was interesting. So yeah, that's all I got for.
So now that you've been reading Star Wars, what is your favorite kind of like
I just started.
uncanny
Just
stuff?
started.
Oh, okay, you just started?
Just start with Death Blade.
Okay, we'll probably check in back with
But
that.
like, how far are you into it?
Chapter 1, prologue. Chapter 1.
Gotcha.
Rick, you have anything else, man? You've been watching, playing, reading?
Since last time we talked,
Yeah.
probably not. I mean, just the Dark Crystal shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Playing, I've just been doing the Magic Battle Pass stuff.
I haven't bought into that battle pass yet, but maybe I will.
I haven't either. I've been doing the normal one so that when I do buy it,
Just get
it's
all of
already
it.
unlocked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Oh fuck! I bought the Call of Duty mobile battle pass.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That's why I don't want it.
I want all this stuff.
That's why I don't.
I don't. You don't have to though. You're having fun.
But you're gonna make me. It's gonna make me want
And
it.
just
I
those
wanna
cool
do that.
skins. I was like, that's pretty cool. It's
The
like,
only-
I want to be Ghost when I kill people
the
and have
only
that
battle
Ghost
pass-
mask. I want to kill him with that.
The only battle pass I've bought is Rocket League.
Rocket
Or
League.
season pass, I should say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, now you're gonna pie the Apex.
Pie? I'm
battle.
gonna pie it?
You're gonna
You're
pie
gonna pie the Apex.
the Apex battle pass.
No, we gotta play
Because
first.
we're gonna play
until-
together. We're gonna have a lot of fun
Until
playing
we
that.
start playing, I may consider buying it.
Okay.
But until then,
I've already been playing.
well, I'm telling you, until we
Okay. All right.
We
All right.
start
You better
playing.
get in
Till
there.
Lo-
you better
Lo-fi.
get in there.
You gotta get in.
I mean, I have Apex on here.
No.
I
not on.
mean, you can't
It's
cross.
not
gen.
cross-platform yet.
Okay, guys, we're
Can't
not.
They're
cross
working,
plat.
but no, not yet.
We're
Not
not playing,
yet.
guys. It's not gonna happen.
No cross plat.
All right.
What? Oh yeah, your PS4 doesn't work, right?
No, not really. It spits out my fucking discs.
Well, we'll just wait till next year. Then.
Just it's free to play. Just
Once the
download it.
PS5 comes out and I get that fucker, we'll do it on there.
We'll do it on there.
Next year, a year
Yeah.
from now.
And then
Yeah.
the PS5 is gonna have like those little fucking brain thingies you put on, and we'll just beam our fucking. Boop, 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 boop,
It'll be
boop.
like the Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
I have that. I have a problem with that episode. I told you, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
You should watch Black Mirror, man. It's pretty.
Yeah, I
it's
saw the
pretty
first
I
one.
mean, the first 3 seasons are great, and then once they start getting into Netflix, it's like, meh, it's fine.
Hmm.
My opinion.
I'll check those out. But first, we're gonna check out what did we all agree to watch together?
Lady
Westworld.
Snowblood
Westworld.
Oh,
and
and
Westworld.
and Lady Snowblood.
Come on, dude.
Friday.
It looks good though.
Friday.
Right? You saw the trailer?
No,
Yeah, I
You
saw a
lied
little
to
bit of
me.
the trailer. It looked good,
Yeah.
and then I stopped. And then I saw your message. I was like,
No, he
see,
said
this
he
is
saw it.
why I fucking don't. Once I'm like, I'm in. I stop.
Yeah.
For these fucking reasons, because the trailer gives away the whole fucking shit.
Yeah, and that's why. But I didn't want to send it, but I wanted to send it so you could be like, oh, I really want to see it now.
Yeah. So I was
trying to
watching
push
it, I was
you
like, I'm in. This looks fucking awesome, and I
Let's
stopped.
do it.
Yeah. Watch it.
Friday.
Friday.
Fright
Night.
We got Lady Snowblood coming.
Lady Snowblood. But before Joker.
No, Joker's coming out first.
That's what
Oh, okay. Joker. I thought you said not before.
comma,
Never
Joker.
mind. Anyways, that's the end of the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. See everything that we have to say and do, all of our thoughts and impressions and everything. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Hello.
Guys, you got two hands. You got two hands.
Yeah.
Mark
gotta do
Ruffalo's best Hulk.
No! Norton!